RiverArts Fest, Memphis, Tennessee. This is a kind of a special one for me because it's the last show of my 2018 season, and we're closing out with beautiful weather, beautiful neighbors, and I have an especially beautiful neighbor today, someone special. She is from my hometown, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. There she is, Cindy McDougall, and she's my neighbor.
How unusual.
Look at this. How unusual. We get to spend more time together. And this is really fun. We do so few shows together. I mean, usually I am Cindy's best salesperson and she's going away. She's going away my best salesperson. There's no doubting that. But at any rate, Cindy, you have to tell people about what you're currently doing. And I say currently because you've done so many things over the year, and you're so talented, training in painting and drawing, and now we find you doing jewelry.
Yes, well, I've done jewelry for a while, but this is a combination of a lot of found materials with sterling silver. And so the idea behind it was using things that I'm picking off beaches and shores, a lot of stones, shell fragments, and other materials such as that, and then making sterling parts that I combine with them. And then over the last few years, I've also started combining some other natural materials like coral, kind of some seed pod things, leather, and everything's combined with the sterling. So you can see different pieces here that are all mixed up. And then I'm using bone. See, when
I'm not around, they get all mixed up, right?
Yeah, they do. Bone, shell fragments, all kinds of things.
What I really have liked most recently, I would consider it your most recent addition, is how you started incorporating some salvage steel.
Oh, my found
steel.
Metal.
The found metal. I think that is just such a nice combination with your natural materials.
I like to do that. I like to add these little, here's like something with some little, I'm cutting pieces of old signage, car parts, that kind of thing, and I'm cutting it up and using it just the way it is, putting a finish on it, but letting the color speak through that was on that piece. So they'll be red or turquoise. The fun thing is I can never get it again, so it makes it interesting. Use it up, find something else again that I like. Sometimes there are mixtures of paint colors on something.
Well, and the used kind of paint peeling steel with the royal shiny sort of minimalist bling of the sterling is such a cool combination. And I also think it's fun because in one of your past artistic endeavors, when you were doing all the plasma cut figures, those whimsical figures that we still see all over the country, this is sort of a hearkening back to that.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing I stopped doing that for a while because I was getting really good at it and my hand was so steady, and now I really want it to be more of a spontaneous cut, and I don't want it to look perfect. And so it's probably a good thing I took a break from it because I'm better at making that look now than I would have been.
I think you're right, and I do miss not helping you sell. And I said kind of facetiously, I'm her best salesman because obviously nobody does it like Cindy does. But it's so fun to hear people's reaction. And the other thing that I find really interesting, and I think maybe you can agree with this, is when we are together, the few times at a show like we are here, the people who come by and say, "Oh, this work just has the same feel of the person who's next to you." Don't you get that occasionally?
I do get that occasionally, and it isn't that we're here together in the same booth, but we are next to each other, and it's when we are side by side. And the funny thing is, Jay always he's from Otter Tail County, Minnesota, and mine says Fergus Falls. I just tell people he just doesn't like to say that we live together. So.
Yeah, liar. And I did have somebody in yesterday, and they said, "Wait a minute, it says you're from Otter Tail County, and she's from Fergus Falls." And I connected the dots for them and said, "Well, you have to realize that Fergus Falls is the county seat of Otter Tail County."
Well, yeah, people are funny, but
people are very funny. not ha-ha funny oftentimes.
So you like to admit that you're related?
Oh yeah,
Oh, good.
I like you a lot. And not only do I like you a lot as my personal partner, my life partner and all that stuff, but it's been terrific to be your neighbor, and let's
like
knock
being
in bed.
All right.
Love you.